Our Trilands excursion moved from Eswatini into Mozambique and then into South Africa. We arrived in Mpumalanga on the 5th day, and our first stop was at the National Heritage Site, known to cement the relations between Mozambique and South Africa. The Samora Machel Museum was declared a National Heritage Site in 2006 after being officially inaugurated by the late South African President Nelson Mandela and Mozambique's President Joaquim Chissano in 1999. The museum is a must-see as it is perfectly positioned in Mbuzini, an area that lies alongside the Mozambican border with South Africa and the Kingdom of Eswatini. It is a touching reminder of the history of the late President Samora Machel, who died in a plane crash in the area on the 19th of October 1986. This monument was erected in his memory.
Here where you see the remains of the plane, it is not the exact spot where it crashed. It started to crash from the Mozambican border in South Africa. A walking distance from here. Just behind the hill, you find the fence of Mozambique and South Africa.
Samora Machel was an activist and revolutionary who fought hard for the rights of black people. He dedicated his life to the fight for equality. Samora died when his airplane crashed near the Libombo Mountains in 1986. On the said day in the plane, Samora was in company of his staff and other prominent politicians. 35 of them lost their lives in the disaster, with only 9 people surviving the crash. The plane they were traveling in was on its way back to Mozambique when it crashed in Mbuzini. The cause for the crash remains unknown to this day, even after years of research. The memorial spot is at the resting place of the wreck. It has wide-ranging displays of wreckage, including the plane's 2 engines. There are also displays of artwork created from the engine parts, documentation, video footage, details of the Machel Empire, and much more. The most emotional aspect of the monument are the 35 still fluted pipes representing the people who died in the crash. As the wind blows, the fluted pipes emit a sound that is said to emulate a flying aircraft and cries of the doomed passengers. Apart from the remains of the wreckage, inside the museum is Machel's history from birth throughout his reign until the very last day. There is his family background and different outfits he owned on display. The other victims also make part of the museum, as the remains of their luggage, pictures and documents are found at the memorial site.
So here on the pictures, you can see the pictures of the place where Samora Machel was born and raised by his parents in Shilembeni. Here you can see a picture of Samora Machel.
The Samora Machel Monument and Museum is a must-see for those who wish to learn more about the life of a soldier, liberator, courageous son, and a noble statesman. This was undoubtedly a fitting stop for the first leg of the Trilands journey through Mpumalanga from Mozambique, as it details just how close these two countries' histories are.
Sithi amasuka enzaweni yaseNkhomati mbukela ibhude neligede laseMananga kunenzawo leyathiwa ukuthi kusebukhosini resort. Lokhu indzawo lensha lesanza kwakhiwa lapha enzaweni yaseMpumalanga, nayo lekhangisa ngebuhle lefise kukhanga donative vakashi asesiyibone ukuthi yona nakukhulunywa ngebukhosini resort kukhulunywa ngenzawo lekhangisa ngani.
What is the impression from Samora Machel up to here? from the experience that I got as chairperson of the board is that we are more interlinked than what we think. And I think that's a selling point of this challenge.
Yeah, the kudu, they are the browsers. See the stick, just picking the leaves of the trees, small trees. So they have a very good sense of hearing. See the ears, how big they are, so they can hear very well.
The three rondavel's, Buhle River Canyon is the world's third biggest canyon lekhona lapha enzaweni yase-Africa and even umhlaba wonke jikelele. Kanti mbukeli siku-day 6 wayo i-Triland excursion. Kanti utawukhumbula kwakuthi sithi Mpumalanga boasts of scenic sites netindzawo letinhle kakhulu. Kanti sisachubeka mbukeli nalo hlelo lakho lelithi Buhle Betfu enzaweni yaseMpumalanga. Join us as we partake in more activities.
Nomcebo kunene lusebenzela Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks sibase ma offices ethu eMbombela la sikhona sise 3 rondavels and Buhle River Canyon la indzawo lemcoka kakhulu la maswati a destroy khona mapulani embini yangaphambilini lendeka indzawo la kuyi third largest canyon part of the natural attractions of Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency. Siya encourage abalaleli nabakhona bavakashela Mpumalanga abete bavakashele i3 rondavels ne Buhle River Canyon batokhona ku enjoy. Let's go to the museum first so that we can take you briefly on the escarpment and the type of species that you find here before we move back. This is a museum of Bukesla photos depicting what you are more or less likely to see within this escarpment. This is the northern Drakensberg escarpment. That side is the Libombo. That's where you find your God's window. Libombo escarpment. It's the one that stretches to Maputo, Kruger National Park, all the way to Maputo. This one. This side is the one that you have been seeing, the one that is characterized. It has got inherent characteristics of the sheer cliffs made of the quartzite sedimentary rock. In this place, you find the alluvial gold. That's why we've got lots of zamazamas. It's one of the threats that we are faced with as a protected area. We've got solitary leopard. We are not breeding them, that they come in and out. On the other side, we've got only the chakma baboons.
Utawukhumbula Mbukeli ukuthi sithithe iMpumalanga yona ikhangisa kakhulu kade ngebuhle betindzawo tayo kanti ke iGraskop Gorge was our final destination for the day. Graskop Gorge ke Mbukeli lokuhle ngayo ukuthi you don't just get to see their views kuphela, but there are also activities happening here like zip lining and bungee jumping. I'm one person that's known to be afraid of heights. Ekhaya nje I've never done zip lining or bungee jumping, but namuhla for the very first time I tried zip lining. It was beautiful, refreshing seeing my views akulenzawo from a different angle, and of course ngihamba ngecable. Now Mbukeli nami ngakhuthata ukuthi nawe ungayivakashela indzawo lefana nalena kanti ke futhi ukukhuthata wona eMaswati ukuthi sisavakasha nje siphuma siyobuka letinye tindzawo ngaphandle nathi asithokotiswe ukuthi siyakhona kubona tindzawo letifana naleti emuva ekhaya. Mr. Mashego cela nje usichazele kabanti nje ngemlando walena ndzawo.
Yeah, la ni ku the Mpumalanga Valley, which is part of the Mpumalanga lands. Is actually where you guys are from Bladen, the God's Window, all the other areas coming this side. In terms of the land claim, it is part of Mpumalanga. And if you were to ask yourself, who are these Mapulangas? The last recorded war, Ngosi Sopuso, be uilwene Mapulana. Actually, Bo Makonjwa and stuff. It's where that battle took place. And ngasho mina ngingamashego ngilipulana ukuthi hey nasishaya sakijima sangena eDrakensberg Mountain sabhaca sanishova ngematshe sabulala amasotsha enile phansi, and then kwaba Gangwane, you know. So part of Gangwane in terms of history, the Buhle Betfu, that is why coming down then it's I think it's part of the land. But here what is happening now is that it is part of the municipality, and this is a land given to business people funded by government. So there's National Empowerment Fund that funds this, and it's a shareholder into this infrastructure. It's led by a black person, it is called the Gorge. You can see zip lines and so forth. And this is our landscape as Mpumalanga, of course.
Igama lami ngilindelwa ngakamlotha ngibuya ka-Calf Tours, which is a travel agency that's based in Eswatini. Sibe nenhlanhla as a travel agency ukuthi sibe part of the Triland Excursion 2022 tour. Yebo ukuthi sibe sithorisha sicale kangwane sete Mozambique sabe sesigcine eMpumalanga. Kuningi lesikufundzile. Yebo, cause nje bengingadi ukuthi Mozambique muhle kangaka. Ngalokho nje bengicala lokuya khona. Sengiyathi nje kusema packages lesitawenda sitabayisa kuma clients efu kanjani naseMpumalanga because eMpumalanga nje sinebe sathi ukuthi nawe eMpumalanga uye Kruger kuphela uyabona noma utela Grassco kuphela but nje ngimangele ukuthi manje tiningi letimbi lesingatilesa sola ama clients ekwatodenda.
All right, my name is Wiseman. Ngiphuma eMpumalanga. Ngapani lesibita ngokuthi is Rainbow Tours, senda panorama tours, senda safari drive, senda stargazing, cishe into letiningi kakhulu. So into lebengiyibukelele kakhulu lana ku Triland ukuthi sibe nebudlelwane nalamanye ma country la khona la ecadzini kwethu lokufaka ekhathi iSwatini. Indvo nami lengiyitholile kakhulu eSwatini. iSwatini bengingayade kangaka, bengihambela lamanye ma country but eSwatini ngana information kangaka. So into lengiyithokodele nyalo ukuthi information lenenge ngiyitholile, ngihambile ama attractions aseSwatini, they are really amazing. So into le sitayenda manje sitahlanza ama packages sina kanjani eSwatini siyabuyela. eSwatini the most key thing about eSwatini cultural, it was a very amazing experience lengakaze ngayibona ngaba nayo ngiyile ngasemcoka kakhulu. And nekukhumbuta lokubalekile ukuthi itawukhumbuta ema clients ema tourists mhlambe ngebackground nangeculture yethu ukuthi sibuya kuphi ngolo ngasukumcoka kakhulu lese kusilahlekele kwasathini singema Africans.
I'm Edna Suleimanji and I'm from Maputo. I'm a tour operator. We there for about 19 years. I lived in Eswatini. I did my high school, primary and high school there. And today we're ending the Triland, which involves the three countries, that's Eswatini, Mozambique and South Africa. In each country, what was breathtaking was in Eswatini is the rich culture that they have. The cultural dance and to see how the population there embraces their culture. In Mozambique, of course, it's our wonderful beaches. We have warm waters there. And the good thing about our beaches is they're still untouched. They're not artificial. For Mpumalanga, it's where we are right now, the zip lining. The Kruger Park is one of the famous parks that's known all over the world. Thousands of tourists come visit, including from Africa and overseas.
Lihamba lethu laseMpumalanga mbukeli liphethe ngokuthi Mpumalanga Tourism is hostele yona idina. Asesibona ukuthi idina yethu yona ihambe njani.
renaissance of Thailand aims to recover tourism, to push our economies further, and to design packages of touristic destinations that will help all the countries.
You see, we've been together this whole week. And I must say, it was very eye-opening, but educational as well. Because in the process, we have learned from each other. We have seen the potential that lies within our three countries in relation to tourism.
Mbonisa sifike nje emaphethelweni awumsebenzi wehlala ngingacisha ukuthi uhambe njani. Umsebenzi uhamba kahle kakhulu Nkosi. Sibonga kakhulu njena MEC wala eMpumalanga uhambe nathi throughout, and ngalokuthi abe khona naye siyathi ukuthi bayakhulumisana nabo minister betfu. Siyakholwa lokuthi kutawo bese sekusebenzeka kahle also nasobuka ngetulu ubuka baphathi bethu. Sitfunyiwe ke nathi asihambeli, sithunywe uminister betfu, mina nje nangithunywe nguminister Moses Bilakati ukuthi sisebenze lo msebenzi, and sibonga naleto tibusiso betibuya kubaphathi bethu ngoba ngabe awukabini lempumelelo longiwo lo msebenzi. Lokube kahle kakhulu ngilokuthi sifundzile ukuthi ema-products, i-product development yente kanjani kuma-communities. Eswatini nawubuka ema-products la kuma-communities incumbi yawo akaphumeleli kahle. So sibuka-ke ukuthi sitawushiyana naligwayi nabo bala Mpumalanga kuloko bathinte-ke batosibambisa kahle njengoba nje nanyalo ngaSeptember inyanga ye-tourism bathinte batosibambisa. Ngaphandle kwaloko-ke cishe i-objective yethu noma inhloso yethu yokuqalana siyizuzile ngokuthi sikhonile ukuthi kuwo onke lamave sibuke lokwenda lelo live lehluke kulangalamanye kude kuthi tivakashi tasinatita kulo mgubudla lo lamave lamathathu tikwati ukuthi tijabulele loko lokuseMpumalanga, loko lokuseswatini naloko lokuseMozambique. Eleswatini kugabe ngeculture ne-scenery, phindze futhi baseMozambique bona bakhangisa ngelwandle lwabo kube kuhle kakhulu sile sabona konke lokho. NebaseMpumalanga ke basebenzisa ke bona i-scenery ne-wildlife sile Kruger National Park sayakubona konke kwangakabo. Sesibukeke nyalo ukuthi insayi yasekubo ema-tour operators sibonga ukuthi besinabo ne-media ukuthi bende lawo ma-packages bahlanganise indlela yokuthi abantu nabavakasha batawusuka la bayelena bese sebaya ku-costa bese sebakufaka emakethe. Nalapho sitawuchubeka sibambisane nabobhoza kwethu baseMpumalanga naseMozambique ukuthi lawo ma-tours nalawo ma-packages lawo into ema-tour operations aseMozambique siwahlanganise bese sesiwamaketha asayinvoyini. Lesikufunzile sisenda le-excursion sisahamba ngikokuthi kwekucala funeka ukuthi nanilive ningazami ukufanana nemave lamanye. Kuyenteka sikhathi lesiningi netibuke ningemaswati nithi eMpumalanga ingcono nganaku, iMozambique ingcono nganaku. Emave ahlukile netivakashi nathi yenzaweni tela lokwehluka kwalelo live. So umlando waseSwatini wenkosi Sobhuza awungeke uze ufanane mhlawumbe nemlando wa former president Samora Machel. Konke lokho kuhlukile and kukhulumisa bantu labahlukile. Nalo muntu ke nakahamba kuloku lokuthathu asabona konke kwehlukile lokho. So lokho ngilethinye itinto lesithena sibuka sabona lokuthi umcoka lokuthi siku-understande kanjalo. Okwesibili live laseSwatini linemagugu lamaningi nemlando lomningi. Ngibonile mina lokho ukuthi
uma emaswati angasitakala abambiseke ekwenzabeni te-investment noma sithole mhlawumbe bahlanyelisa imali bete Eswatini batowenda lamanye ama-activities latosekela i-tourism ngoba lokhu lesifisa uku-achieve yi-length of stay lokusho ukuthi bantu Eswatini kufanele bahlale amalanga lamaningi ngoba sivakashi mangabe sihlala ilanga linye sisuke sikunikete ngawubekisa ngithi nje impondo mase sihlale amalanga lamabili sebombondo lababili laba sengu-4 rand so lokuhlala kwethi ivakashi isikhathi eside kumcoka kakhulu ngasho nje ukuthi ngiloko ngikubonile mina ukuthi kuyi-opportunity kwesithathu ngiko ukuthi kushiyelana ligwayi kumcoka nekuthi nani nihlangene niyafunda noma ningakahlosi lokhu niyafunda lengikubonile nje mina futhi-ke lokukhulu kunokuthi la eMpumalanga uhulumende wakhona uyawasibambisa labantu abenda lama-products futhi abenguyelo lokuthi sifuna kwendeke na so kuba ngile private sector lechubeka eyembili itende letinto nahulumende babambisane so lokubambisana kwahulumende ne-private sector ngathi kungabe sekuyaqina lokho so ngicabanga ukuthi ngiloko nje lengifundzile mina ngifisa ukuthi nangibuyele ekhaya ngiyoqinisa kakhulu ubudlelwane bethu ne-private sector ngoba ngiyo-private sector leyenta i-tourism ibe neminingi ngoba ngibo lala bakhulumisa leti ivakashi ngibo labenda lawo ma-products so mhlawumbe
ahulumende